Good afternoon from Borrego Springs. Yeah, here I am. I have a short little story to share called The Mural. Terrified and overjoyed at Starbucks in Yucca. Another cold night in the Quonset hut loft. Woke up to no Wi-Fi or electricity in the middle of the night. The stairs are steep. I tuck my phone into the zipper pocket of my fanny pack that's strapped around my shoulder. Rolling bag and half-drunk plain LaCroix in my right hand. I use the rail with my other. I angle my feet sideways to navigate, leaning back so the phone doesn't fall out. The lock on the latch on the large steel door was broken, so last night I took Bobby's suspenders that were hanging nearby. I looped them around through the hole where the latch was, clipped the short ends together on the outside, and fastened the long ends around one of the massive square wooden posts that support the giant structure. It was a good fix that kept the door from banging around in the desert winds. I undid them, dropped a 20 in the donation station, and walked out into the darkness. I know I'm really in love, like love, when I can silently inhale the stench of his rancid cigarettes, stenched clothes, and enjoy the music he makes that sadly I would never choose to listen to. I love that old fuck. Honestly, he's barely older than me, but he lets his hair grow out and to his own liking. His fingernails are claw-like, gnarled and ragged. It's a miracle that I've ever found him on the way to LA. I think about the trajectory of my life, and I'm grateful. I don't know why it made me so happy when he looked at my car and said, "Nicely packed." I don't want anyone seeing what I got, I said. All my shit tucks neatly under the covered area in the back of my SUV. He gets in, we drive to the same diner we went to last time. He orders corned beef hash and orange juice, and I order spinach mushroom omelet and black coffee. It's the worst coffee I've had in probably a year. It tastes better once it's to room temperature. Our meeting is short, but we sketch out the chapters of episode 4. He knows what he needs, and I know how to put shit where it belongs. I'm laughing out loud as I write. The Starbucks that serves Joshua Tree and anybody within 20 miles that wants decent coffee before 7 a.m. is a hodgepodge of rough and tumble characters I couldn't begin to describe. There's one dog, not on a leash, that came by and licked my hand. I tried to be more grateful for the gesture than annoyed by the wet on my thumb and the oblivious owner. A light-skinned dude walks in with a mangled-looking wrist, bent and wrapped in an ace bandage. Ronnie's got to run an errand, so I drop him off and go to the Joshua Tree Saloon to watch football and wait for an indefinite amount of time. I start my own YouTube channel, Cafe Days. There's nothing there yet, but it's ready. The Eagles crush Jaden Daniels' dreams, and I make it to halftime of the Chiefs' somewhat scripted legacy. There's a few guys from Portland next to me, but I don't feel like engaging. My feet are cold as shit, and I'm sick of my steel chair. I want to see the last bit of daylight. It's fucking cold everywhere. I accept that I'm staying another night and crawl back up the stairs and crawl back into my sleeping bag, pull Martell's Lightning McQueen blanket over my arms and shoulders to watch the second half. I get a text. "You like pho?" I shoot back. "I had a garden burger." "Ugh," he says. I call him, and he'll be ready in a half hour to an hour. I take that time as relative. I finish watching the Chiefs win again on a terrible ball placement on 4th down. The roads are becoming familiar to me. Bumps, tree shapes, corners remind me of home. It's dark, but I don't need the map anymore. I wind my way up the dark dirt roads and pull in behind his silver Chevy pickup and wait. After a bit, I call my friend Allie to pass the time and make fun of the situation. Immediately, I see him flashing his phone at me. "I gotta go, the boss wants me," I tell her. "I need a smoke before we fuck off," he says. I watch his fingers dance around the keyboard of his dirty old Mac. He makes micro adjustments at the very end of his timeline. Looks like he's trying to adjust the fade at the end. His hand pops off dramatically, and he gets his smokes and tells me to have a seat. There's some Viking images that he told me about, but I don't really know what's going on. Then the barrage of fucking beautiful ballerinas come on. No wonder I could never dance to his music. But these ladies are going crazy. It's like they're catnip, and they've never even heard it before. He's composed an album and overlaid a full ballet that fits perfectly. Like there are acro yogis making love to his dreams, and there's a story in there somewhere. I finally garnered to shut the door to his studio. You're smoking me out and I'm freezing my ass off. Oh, sorry, he says. He comes back in and I'm trying not to choke on the smoke on his clothes as he scrolls through the images. It's miraculous, really. One would never guess that such beauty created from such chaos. The reek follows me into the car. The pho place is closed. We weasel our way into a Thai place just as the teenage girl is trying to close out early. We slurp down our pho and discuss a few deets and then decide to head back to his place so I can organize some footage for him. Perusing it, I find the little gold mine. We finally get a chance to look at all that amazing B-roll for my last journey home. I still have work to do, but now we have what we need for this body of work. He's happy to see it, and we're laughing a lot as we watch some of the interviews. Mostly he's making fun of me, and I'm laughing. You grunting up the hill. Fuck shit, fuck, he mocks as he watches me follow Dave up the snow-covered dirt hill. It takes us 15 minutes of futzing around with scanning and hyphens, but I'm happy to Venmo him. He needs it after finishing his project, and I'm overwhelmed with gratitude to be back on my path. I feel like I just slipped the ring on his finger. I almost ran off into the arms of another woman, but I held fast for once. But I still don't have the fortitude to shout it to the world. I just laugh, cry, and feel the love. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a lovely evening. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.